Hey everybody, the first video that we want to show you in terms of how we raise animals, specifically our chickens, is how we use a brooder and what we use as a brooder, what we put in it, and then later on we'll talk more about feed and water. But today I have my sidekick with me, Mary Cameron. You can wave, Mary Cameron. All right, Mary Cameron, can you tell them what a brooder is?
It's a place where we nurture them when we take care of them.
Right.
It's mostly like their home, so it's like a nursery for babies, except it's for an animal chick.
Yep, it's a nursery for chicks. So if you want to take a look, right now we're on our, whoa! Mary Cameron fell into one of our brooders. All right. But if you want to take a look, we're on our back porch right now. And there's lots of different ways you can do brooders. Honestly, you can go on Pinterest and find lots of different types, different sizes. But for us specifically, with this batch, since these are going to be meat chickens, and we actually have 33 chickens in here right now, we had to build, number one, we build it and put it on our back porch because it provides a lot of cover. And we're in the process of building a barn, which all this stuff will be moved to later. And we don't have to have the animals all in our house. So this brooder is 4x8. This brooder is a 4x8 brooder just made with plywood, scrap plywood that we had laying around. And Mary Cameron, can you tell them how much space a chicken needs in a brooder?
One per chicken, you would only need 1 foot of a space for it.
Yep, only 1 square foot, and that's all the way up to 8 weeks old, which we won't even get near 8 weeks old with these chicks in here. Because half of these are about to be moving out on the pasture. And typically you move your birds out. It doesn't really depend on size. It depends on the temperature outside. So now our evenings are closer into the 60-degree mark. And typically once these chicks reach about 2 weeks of age, a little bit more, they can withstand temperatures down into the 60s at night without any other like heat lamps or any other type of heat sources. So this is our brooder for our meat chickens because it can hold a lot more. And the one that Mary Cameron fell into a minute ago is just a regular water trough.
Like water or food trough.
Yeah, water food trough.
We used to use it for our dogs and our sheep and our goats for water.
Yeah, we did. We used to use it as a water. But then we've raised most of our...
Yeah, so when we got our chickens, which were barred wasps, they went in there.
Yeah, that's right. So when we first started getting our laying hens, we would raise them in small batches of like 6 to 8. So we would raise them in something small.
This is what we feed them in. This is what we water them in.
Yep, and we're going to talk about feed and water later. All right, but it all just depends on space. However many birds you have will depend on how big your brooder needs to be. Now, if you look in here, there's lots of different types of bedding that you can use in brooders as well.
Right now we have straw.
Yep, we use straw, and that's just more of a personal preference thing for me because bales of straw are really cheap, and 1 bale of straw has taken this group of birds through 2 weeks of life.
And do not put wood. That could kill them.
Well, wood can be okay. It's cedar wood. Yeah. Don't put cedar chips like you would for a dog because the oils in cedar wood can be bad for chickens. But we use straw. It's cheap. It's easy. All I do as the brooder gets a little dirtier, as it would with lots of chicks, all I do is just add more layers of straw into the brooder.
So we don't have to take all of this out of this huge brooder.
Yep, that's right. So we don't have to take all of it out at one time. Once we raise all the chicks out, then we'll empty out all the straw. And the reason why I like it is because as you add layers down, since we do a lot of composting here, all of this straw starts to compost really, really quick. And that's why I prefer it even over wood, because wood takes a little bit longer to compost. But this stuff, as it gets soiled, as it gets dirty and wet, once I move it out to our compost pile, or if I need to put it somewhere else to compost, then it's already kick-started and it goes through that process a whole lot quicker. So that's just our preference. But one more thing too, you can see kind of in here, I have 2 heat lamps. Again, that's covered 33 birds right now. When we do our second batch, we'll probably be up closer to maybe 50 or 60. But you can see that they have plenty of space. This brooder, even if you go by the 1 square foot model, this brooder could hold up to 60 chicks comfortably. Really easy, especially for those first 2 weeks. So that's a look at our brooder and how our chicks start out in their nursery, right, Mary Cameron? All right.
It's their home, not the nursery. But
it's their home.
It's just where they take care of it. So
right.
It's really like a nursery because there's not like bottles.
Yeah, we don't feed them with bottles, right? So half of these birds will actually
definitely not diapers.
Definitely not diapers. I wish there were diapers sometimes. But you'd be changing the diapers, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, because I have babies, so I would take the diapers.
She has to change her baby with all diapers. All right. So half of these birds will be going out to the pasture today, which will free up some more space and kind of keep things even cleaner. But yeah, our next video will actually talk about what, Mary Cameron? Do you even know what we're talking about next?
Food.
Yep.
Water.
That's right. And our next video, we'll talk about food and water, what we feed our chicks, how we water them, what we use, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, right, Mac?
Yeah.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.